Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Love is Blind UK Season 1, Episode 9. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. 9 days until the weddings. So we see Demi and Ollie. They're at the park. Sabrina and Steven, they're hanging out. And, of course, they're looking into each other's eyes. You know how they do. Real lovely like. Benaya and Nicole. So she's meeting his family for the first time. And he's warning her that they know about the fact that she didn't choose him. And that may come up in conversation. So she's even more nervous now because she's like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to explain myself to his family. So they arrive. It's a little bit awkward at first. Nobody's talking and it's silent. And then his mom remembers how he came back from the pods. And she was saying that he couldn't eat, he couldn't sleep. I was like, oh, wait. But now you felt all that after that short time in the pods? Like, I don't think I would be that broken up after just a few weeks. I don't know. Maybe it was the rejection part of it. So Nicole starts saying that it wasn't right with Sam, but it's right with Benaya. And so they want to get to know her. She's telling them, that she was married before and she's been single for 3 years. And so they're asking if there's been arguments between the two. And he said, it's mainly about Sam. And the reason why it's about Sam is because Nicole likes to shut down. Instead of having a conversation, she just brushes off his feelings and dismisses them. And I think that may be a point of contention later on in the relationship. She needs to actually listen to what he's saying and they need to have a talk, because he seems like the type that needs to talk through it. And she seems like the type that brushes everything under the rug. It's like, okay, I'm not really dealing with that right now. But the fact that he was all torn up, that kind of scares me a little bit, because that shows me that he feels really deeply and he has a tough time processing it. And that might not be good in a relationship. So his mom wants him to move on from it and just forget about Sam and everything that happened. And they're asking how she knows that he's the one. And she said that he wants to be a better person each day for her. I mean, they took it easy on her. The sister said that this is the best relationship they've ever seen him in. He seems so happy. They've seen other girls and they're nothing like Nicole. And I mean, I guess that's good, because if it were my brother, I would be side-eyeing everything. So they were actually really nice to Nicole. Nicole warmed up to them and they all seemed like they were getting along great. So we shall see how it works out. Catherine and Freddie. This right here was so crazy, y'all. He's meeting her friends, right? They sit down and the one friend says, well, what do you do for a living? And Catherine immediately starts giggling. So disrespectful, so rude, so nasty, and so rude. So the friend is like, what's wrong? What's going on? He said, I'm a funeral director. She said, a what? Ma'am, a funeral director. She's like, that's really sad. He's like, no, I mean, it is sad, but it's just mostly me being there for the family. And, Catherine was like, yeah, I think that's the way that you are. Empathetic, nice to others, works well with others. Yeah, probably why. So he told them that he's a funeral director. They then talked about wedding planning, and Catherine was like, it's so stressful, girl. Anyway, they're asking him questions. And he's talking about how they're totally opposite. She likes to go out. He likes to stay in. He might have a nice meal every now and again out at a restaurant, but for the most part, he likes to just chill. And she's like, you're acting like I eat at Nobu every day. He said, I have no idea what that is. Oh, Freddie. Oh, child, this is a mess. So she starts getting all pissy, and he's telling her that he feels like he's not adequate enough. So my thing is, if you're in a relationship with someone and they're making you feel inadequate, then that is not the relationship for you. Relationships are made to make you feel good. Like, that's crazy. So basically, he's a homebody and she's outside. She likes steak and shrimp and he likes fish and chips. It'll never work. So she starts getting pissy. You're acting like I do that all the time. You're starting to piss me off. It's like you're picking on me now. Can you go get us some drinks? Oh, no, ma'am. Why are you speaking to him like that? And what are these little friends? They co-signing your BS because they know how you are. She gets pissed because he make it seem like she's high maintenance and she's not. She talked to him crazy right in front of company. She would be by herself. He just got up and went on to do whatever it is that she asked him to do. Freddie, this is not a healthy environment by any means. I don't know exactly what you saw growing up. I don't know what you're accustomed to. I don't know if you think Catherine is the best looking thing you've ever seen or what. I don't know what's going on, but you really should not be taking this lying down. And another thing I want to mention for the review for episode 8, I didn't mention this. Well, Aaron, one of the guys in the pods, was talking to Freddie, and Freddie was telling him, how Catherine treats him. And Aaron gave him some great advice. You need to speak up for yourself, and you need to tell her how you're feeling, because it will only get worse. You do not need to let her treat you like a doormat. And that is the truth. The girl is stepping all over you. So when he goes to get the drinks, she's telling her little friends, he wants a prenup. And so they're telling her, well, that means he's thinking about divorce already. Ma'am, he ain't gonna even get to the divorce, okay? Because he ain't gonna say yes to her on decision day or at the altar. Child, I'm getting married at first sight. I'm getting married at first sight and Love is Blind confused. For me, I don't understand why it's so hard to grasp that he's thinking about the future, okay? He doesn't trust you, and I wouldn't either, especially with the pathetic way that you speak to him. Freddie, I'm gonna need you to get in the game, sir. Are you present? Nicole and Benaya. So he goes outside to talk to his mom, and his mom basically loves Nicole. His mom is happy to see him smile again, happy to see him happy. Now, I'm hoping Benaya doesn't depend on Nicole for his happiness, because I'm a little taken aback by the fact that his mom is happy that now he's happy again, and he's only happy because he's back with Nicole. So I'm just hoping that he knows that his happiness does not lie or reside in Nicole. I'm just hoping. So then his sister said on the inside with Nicole that she has a good feeling about Nicole, and she's telling Nicole that he's a nomad and that's his lifestyle and nobody may be able to change it. Now, as the sister is talking, I'm just like, okay, so that right there would be a no for me, because I would not want to roam the earth. He has to put down some roots. And this is probably the longest time that he's been under one roof. Because he said in the pods that he likes to just go from place to place and he'll house sit and, he's just a free spirit. Now, I don't know if Nicole is going to follow him around or if they're going to, get stable, but we shall see. Jasmine and Bobby. Child, I forgot about them. They keep showing crass Catherine and fine Freddie, and Bobby and Jasmine just fell by the wayside, child. Anywho, he is meeting her mom. Everybody come closer, because baby, this mama is a character. So before he even got there, Jasmine was prepping him for her mom's arrival. Jasmine, child, you got me afraid of your mama. Because why are you saying all of this stuff and scaring the man to death? So now he's a little bit nervous that the mom is going to be something else. But we're going to put a pin in this right quick and head on over to Maria and Tom. So Maria is meeting his sisters. They sit down, they're eating, and Maria is telling his sisters that she wants her husband to be the provider because that's how her dad was. So then they ask her about moving into Tom's house, and she feels like she doesn't want to pay his mortgage. And then he gets up and leaves her. And now she's put all this money into his home. And he's like, okay, see you later. Now, I always think that it's best to get your first place together for the both of you, if that's feasible, because you want to start fresh, because it's always going to be one person that's like, oh, this is my house and this is that. No, I think you should start fresh. But that's just me. Catherine and Freddie. So he's meeting her parents. I hope she speaks to him like she cares about him today, because normally she does not. Freddie is asking how she was as a kid, and her mom said she was pretty active. Her mom did tell this beautiful story of how when they picked Catherine up, she was 11 weeks, and she was kind of fearing like this baby's not going to be able to attach to us. She's not going to know who we are. But Catherine basically smiled the entire time, and they love her and she loves them. And I thought that was so sweet. Now, y'all know how I feel about adopting, and y'all know that I have wanted to do that for a while. I haven't started the process or anything, but every time I hear stories like that, it just really lights a fire under me. Freddie told them that he has doubts and he really wants it to be right. It's not right. Okay, you need to run. It is not right. Okay? They know how Catherine is. You now know how Catherine is. Don't try to make fetch happen for the sake of saving face. Because I think I did that when I got married. I knew that it wasn't right. I knew that it wasn't something that I should be in. But because I spent all this money, sent out these invitations, there's cake, there's caterers, there's this, there's that, there's photography. I was like, you know what? Dun, 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 dun. Walked into a fool. Okay, so sometimes you just have to count your losses, honey. Okay, because I'm just saying, at least you have an opportunity to say no and walk away. So her dad told him, just follow your heart and not your head. Dad, sounds good. But we also need to think with our heads. Marriage is a big step that takes mutual respect and communication, of which they have none. Okay, absolutely none. So her mom is telling her that she needs to just give him space to think about it because Catherine was telling her she's afraid that he may say no. No, it's not about the space for him to think about it. She needs to treat him like a human being. And then maybe she wouldn't be afraid that he's going to say no. You know exactly what you're doing. Jasmine and Bobby. So her mom arrives and the mom came in and Bobby was so excited. He really wanted to hug the mom. The mom immediately hugged Jasmine and she's standing in the doorway for 5 minutes. I'm like, ma'am, get inside. Her mama was standing there for 5 minutes. So Bobby is talking to her mom and her mom is like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this. So then she asks about his education. He tells her that he didn't go to university. Well, baby, what'd he say that for? Then her mom says, well, it's hard to talk to an uneducated person. Ma'am, that is rude as hell. Just because they have a degree doesn't mean they're smart. Okay, it's a bunch of degree dimwits. Just because you have a degree means absolutely nothing. I did not like that. You basically degraded him and called him uneducated right to his face. I did not like how her mom was treating Bobby. I did not like that at all. Her mom is a little bit too invasive. It's giving smothered. I wouldn't want to be a part of it, y'all. She said that she feels like they're rushing and she has to look out for Jasmine. Jasmine tells her everything. She tells her all her secrets. She has to tell her everything. And Bobby is just looking like a deer caught in headlights. Jasmine was telling her, well, I'm going to have to keep some things to myself because he's going to be my husband. And Mama, she wasn't going. Mama was not going for that. She was like, keep some things to yourself. Say what now? So then she tells Bobby, don't ever lie to me. Oh, okay. And that's where the shoe would drop. There is no way that I would marry into the family with her as a mother-in-law. No way. She is living Jasmine's life for her, and Bobby did not deserve that. She was talking about all of her failed marriages and how her and Jasmine did this and her and Jasmine did that. Ma'am, allow your daughter to be happy. Stop projecting your insecurities and what you went through on your daughter. And stop mistreating this man. You didn't even give him a chance. She told Jasmine, yeah, I interfere, but I mean well. Ma'am, this isn't healthy. I'm sorry, Jasmine, I like you, but this is not healthy. Mom is still reeling from her marriages. And I know she loves Jasmine, but she has to let go just a little bit. She gonna run the man away. Moving forward. In the next scene, the ladies go wedding dress shopping. The guys go for it, their tuxes or their suits. And Freddie is telling his friends that he's wanted to run when she gets snappy. I'm like, when she gets snappy? So you've been wanting to run every day? Because she gets snappy every day. Over at the dress shopping, the host is asking how everyone is feeling. Same with the men at the suit shop. Now it's time to decide if love is truly blind. Back over with the men, Steven is saying it's definitely a yes for him. The ladies are trying on their dresses. Everyone looks so pretty and all the friends and the family were so emotional. Now, Jasmine's mom calmed down a little bit, but still, I wouldn't want nothing to do with it. Over at the suit shop, Ali is talking about how happy Demi makes him. At the dress fitting, Demi comes out in her dress and her mom and her sister are the best hype women. Okay, they were hyping Demi up. They're like, you know what? You put on your jerseys, you put on your this, you put on your that, but this right here, this is your look. I'm like, I know that's right. So then Demi started to speak her speech. She spoke on having insecurities about her body and she wants to get rid of that. She's like, you know what? I'm no longer going to speak negatively about myself. I have confidence in myself. I feel good about myself. And for anybody out there who has insecurities or you're feeling a little bit down, you need to get rid of it. I was like, okay, speak on it, Demi. She looked so pretty. Now, I pray that it all works out for her. She's beautiful inside and out because she just seems so pure. You can really tell when a person is acting, okay, or when they are actually that way. And she seems to be actually that way. So it's time for the final dates. All the couples are going out on their final dates. And this is what I noticed. All the couples are holding hands, right? They pan over to Ali and Demi. They're going to like an arcade. Why was he walking with his hands in his pockets? Like, I wanted to work so badly, but they just give BFF. And I knew it. I knew when they had that initial conversation in the pods, when she was like, yeah, everybody friend zones me. And I like to play football. I like to do this. And no, you don't lead with that. And a lot of people I've heard a lot of think pieces about how women shouldn't lead with their degrees and women shouldn't talk about their accomplishments. So, okay, is it okay for women to sit down and start talking about how they can hike a football? Like, I don't know. It's just not giving what's supposed to be gave, honey. It just don't make no sense to me. I think that's when he friend zoned her in his mind, but he knows that Demi is a good person and he doesn't want to lose that. So he gonna pull the old okie doke about we can be friends and she gonna fall for it. Child, I'm just hoping it doesn't work out like that. But I did notice that there was absolutely nothing there when they were walking into that date. I said, okay, now nobody else is around you. You can hold her hand. Like, I understand that if you're not a big PDA person, but holding someone's hand as you walk into your date, it's okay. Catherine and Freddie. So they go for this pottery making date. And Catherine, I don't know what's wrong with you, girl. You are like night and day, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Because as they're making this pottery, today she's like, I just feel so lucky to wake up to you, Freddie. Girl, what are you talking about? And see, you're not fooling me. You just want a yes at the altar. You're trying to schmooze and butter him up so that he says yes to you at the altar because you know that he's a good person. Girl, you do not care about waking up to him every morning. You were more smitten with Sam in the 5 minutes that you met him, trying to take home a ring and a re-gifted bracelet. Girl, goodbye. Demi and Ollie. So the bros are out having a ball. The bros are out. Baby, Demi love her some Ollie. She love that man. They're out. They're playing like a little arcade games, just having a good time together. Maria and Tom. Child, these two bore me to tears for some reason. I don't know what it is, honey, but by episode 9, I was getting bored. I'm like, let's just get to the weddings, child. How many more people y'all gonna meet? Let's just get to the wedding. So they're actually talking about the wedding, and she's talking about incorporating her dad into her wedding and little aspects of things that she's going to do to try to make sure that he's involved on her day. Benaya and Nicole. So she's telling him that she has sworn off marriage until he came along. And she likes how he brings out the child in her. And Benaya is saying that he was single for 11 years and he just loves him some Nicole. And I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, the two of them seem like they are a match. Regardless of what everybody else thinks, Benaya and Nicole seem like they're a match. And that was the end of episode 9. Episode 9 didn't really give much. It was just the rest of them meeting the families. The biggest thing that stood out to me was Freddie having a sit down with Catherine's friends. The way that she treated you in front of her friends shows me that she will fuss with you anyway. She will completely tell you off in front of company. And that's never a good look. Freddie, you need to decide what you're going to do, and what you should do is run far, far away. And I don't want to hear down to the reunion that, oh no, it was the way that it was filmed and she's actually really sweet. Freddie, don't piss me off now. Okay? Bobby, run. That mother-in-law is something scary. I'm sorry. No, that is not the business. I would not want to be involved with that lady. That lady is scary. Anywho, y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you think about episode 9. Don't forget, we are having a live this Sunday at 7. Please join me for the Love is Blind UK live so we can discuss the season so far. Also, there is a playlist so that you can play all the reviews back to back. Okay? Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.